Gotcha. No, I understand. Yep. All right. I have started the stream, everyone. Yep.
Number 12, Jacob Point. Number 25, Parker Christensen. Number 50, Eli Johnson. Number 51, Sherman Houston. 63, Drake Castro. Number 58, Nate Joe. Number 78, Ethan Llewellyn. And number 84, Josh Brown.
And a good evening and welcome back to Sheridan, Homer Scott Field. Keith Kelly here with you as we get ready for the opening kickoff here between Central and number 1 Sheridan. Let's run down your starting lineups first for the homestanding Bronx. Along the offensive line, a 5'10", 170-pound senior Eli Johnston, a 5'10", 190-pound senior Sherman Houston, a 5'9", 170-pound senior Drake DeCastro, a 6'3", 200-pound senior Nate Rowe, and a 5'10", 215-pound senior Ethan Llewellyn. At the wide receiver, 5'8", 155-pound junior Toby Jacobs, 6 foot, 145-pound senior Trent Taylor, and a 6'4", 180-pound senior Josh Ahrens. At running back, a 5'9", 175-pound senior Quinn Heineman, and a 6'2", 210-pound senior Parker Christensen, of course headed to the University of Wyoming. At quarterback, a 5'11", 175-pound junior, that is Jacob Boynt. Head coach is Jeff Mowry as the Bronx number 1, and they are 1-0 on the season. Along the defensive front for Central, getting ready to kick off, so we'll run down the defensive alignments here shortly for the Indians as they get ready to kick off here in week number 2. It'll be Ruben Reese, or Reese Rubin, kicking off from right to left. Back deep to receive is Toby Jacobs. Jacobs will flip it to Christensen, and here we go. Parker Christensen on the far side of the field, and he is at the 40. He's at the 30, and they aren't going to catch him. That'll be an opening touchdown for Sheridan on the kickoff return as Parker Christensen goes the distance, 90 yards for the kickoff return for a touchdown, and the Bronx have taken an early 6-0 lead on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard. Wow, just like that. Sheridan with the lead, 6-0. Extra point to come for the Bronx. On to kick the extra point is Toby Jacobs. The left foot is up, and that is good. And with 11:46 to go here in the first quarter, it's now Sheridan 7, Central nothing on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard. We will take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to high school football here on KFBC. Welcome back, everybody, to Homer Scott Field. Keith Kelly here with you as the Sheridan Bronx have opened up a 7-0 lead on Central. Just a few seconds in, Parker Christensen with the kickoff return for a touchdown, as the Broncs have the early lead. The kick from left to right is going to take a Sheridan bounce, and Central's got to come up with the football, and they do. As I tell you what, Central lucky that they were able to come up with the football there, as Parker Christensen returned that kickoff for a touchdown. Well, we didn't get the Central starters on defense. Here they go on the offensive front. Tanner Martin, Reese Rubin, Jimmy Koenig, Michael Hill, and Val Hurd along the offensive front. Brady Storbo at H-back. Ty Langley, Blade Dilly, and Nico Vite, your receivers. Kobe Goosen, the running back, and behind center is Dawson McCleary, as we are about ready for action for the Indians. Already down 7-0, as McCleary will have one back behind him, one back next to him, and a flag right off the get-go on the Indians. Maybe a delay of game on Central. And you can push him back 5 yards. Wow, what a start for the Broncs. And not a good start for the Indians. Sheridan in the all-yellow unis. Central in the visiting whites with red on the shoulders, red pants. McCleary, Goosen behind him. Low snap, McCleary going to flare one out, and it is off the hands of Blaine Dilly. And it'll fall incomplete on the far side of the field. This is 97.5 FM, AM 1240, KFBC, Cheyenne. Keith Kelly here with you in Sheridan. Just underway between the Broncs and the Indians. Fake the handoff, give it to Goosen. Not a lot of blocking. He is going to be driven down. Looks like Sherman Husted got him down, and the ball at the 14, so a gain of 1 for Kobe Goosen. It'll be 3rd down and 14 for the Indians from their own 14-yard line. Clock running, and they'll go no huddle. 2 wide receivers out to the right side, 1 to the near side. Goosen behind McCleary. Looks like he is changing the play. Indians got to get something going here offensively. Dropping back to pass, some pressure, steps up in the pocket, tries to elude the rush, cannot. He's going to be brought down. Looks like Beknazar Alikulov with the sack back inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. That'll be a loss of 10 for McCleary, and the Indians are going to have to punt the football away here. To the Broncs. Nico Vite in his own end zone. Back deep to receive is Toby Jacobs. This was troublesome last week, as Vite gets a big toe into this one, and it's going to drive Jacobs back at the 40-yard line. He is going to be dropped at the 35. A heck of a kick by Nico Vite. And a good stop. It's like maybe Jared Dilly getting out there, as Sheridan will have its first offensive possession now. 1st and 10 from their own 36-yard line for the Broncs. 7-0 our score here in the first quarter. Broncs lead the Indians on the Terra Auto Center scoreboard. 10-17 left to play in the first quarter. Boynt now backs up in the pistol. Christensen behind him. They're going to run a stretch play to Christensen, trying to get to the edge, cuts it back up. It's defended quite well by Central. A 3-yard gain, Parker Christensen. Hayden George getting up off the bottom of the pile. Christensen had 110 yards rushing last week and a touchdown at Rock Springs. It'll be 2nd down, and they give him 4 yards to the 40-yard line. 2nd down and 6 for the Broncs. Parker Christensen again headed to the University of Wyoming. Trips to the left side of the field. as Boynt backs up to the shotgun. He'll roll out to the left side. Not a lot of pressure. Got a man open. It's Christensen at midfield. Christensen across the 40. Breaks the tackle down to the 30. Christensen down the sideline. He's going to be into the end zone once again. Parker Christensen from 60 yards into the end zone for the score. And the Broncs are rolling. It is now 13-0. Sheridan has the lead up on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard. Just like that. Extra point to come for Sheridan. Jacobs will be on to kick the extra point. The hold by Boynt. Good snap is up, the kick is up, and it is wide to the right. No good, and with 9:26 left to play in the opening quarter, it is Sheridan 13, Central nothing on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard. You're listening to high school football here on KFBC. Welcome back, everybody, to Homer Scott Field. Keith Kelly here with you. Sheridan leading Central now 13-0 up on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard as we have 9:26 to play here still in the first quarter. It has been the Parker Christensen show. A 90-yard kickoff return for a touchdown is set to kick is Garrett Kuhn for Sheridan. Kuhn kicking from left to right. It'll be another high, short kick. Going to be taken by Vitae around the 20-yard line. Vitae trying to stretch the field, cuts it back up to the 25, and he's going to be brought down right there by Toby Jacobs. 1st and 10 Indians at the 26-yard line. Well, anytime you give up a kick return for a touchdown like that on the opening play of the game, you're in for a long, long game, and that is what has happened here. McCleary lining up in the pistol with Goosen to his back. Fake the give. McCleary being flushed out of the pocket. He's just going to have to tuck it under a run. Forced out of bounds by Sherman Husted as he gets a yard up to the 27. It'll make it 2nd down and 9 for the Indians, down 13-0. Trips to the left side now, no huddle. Dawson McCleary, fresh off a successful post-6 season, getting the play out. One back behind him. Give it to Goosen right up the middle. He's got some room. It closes quickly as he crosses the 30 to the 31. Gain of 4 for Goosen, and it brings up a 3rd down and 5 for the Indians as we are under 9 minutes to play here in this first quarter on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard. Give it to McCleary. He's going to roll out, being chased. He's got a man open. It is caught. What a grab. That's Storbo. Brady Storbo with a nice pickup at the 41. That'll be good for a 1st down for the Indians. Nice pass, threading the needle, finding Storbo with the grab. Quickly to the line of scrimmage are the Indians. 1st and 10 at their own 41. Storbo, good size for the Indians, 6'4", 225. Cleary flares one out again. This one's caught by Vitae. Cuts it up. He's at midfield. Vitae at the 45-40. Gets a block. Still on his feet at the 35. Far side of the field. Forced out of bounds at the 30-yard line. Big gain there by Central of 29 yards, and here they come up quickly to the offensive line as Vitae makes his 6th grab of the year, and Central getting a little something going with the passing game. Needing to get some points here, down 13-0. 8:20 to go, first quarter. 3 wide receivers, Langley, Storbo, Vitae. Dropping back to pass McCleary. McCleary being flushed out of the pocket. He's going to have to get rid of it. Loses the football. Central going to pounce on it back at the 42. Not sure who was able to come up with that recovery. Michael Hill, I believe. And it's back to the 42-yard line. That is a loss of 12 on the play as McCleary sacked. You just got to get rid of the football at that point. 2nd down and 22. Same formation, one back behind McCleary, and you kind of get yourself in a little trouble after getting a little momentum. McCleary, quick hitch, and he throws it behind Dilly, and it'll be 3rd and long. Trying to get a quick hitter. And he threw it behind Dilly. 3rd and 22 from the Sheridan 42-yard line. 13-0. Sheridan has the first quarter lead. Langley and Vitae to the left side, one receiver to the right. And they're going to run a draw. Nope, they're going to fake it. They're going to roll McCleary out. McCleary's got Dilly wide open. Instead, he looks into the end zone. Got a man there, and it is caught! Caught and then dropped by Langley. Oh, boy. He had it and dropped it in the end zone, but McCleary had Blaine Dilly wide open over the middle of the field near the 20-yard line as the pass falls incomplete. Oh, that was a heck of a throw by McCleary, and Nico Vitae will be on to punt again. Central, little momentum on that possession, but they're going to give the ball back as Vitae on to kick. Oh, it's going to be a quick kick, or they're going to snap it to McCleary, who punts it into the end zone for a touchback. It'll be 1st and 10, Bronx. 7:23 to play here in the first quarter. It's Sheridan 13, Central nothing on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard. And here come the Bronx, who have yet to be stopped. Well, they've only had one offensive possession. They returned the opening kickoff back for a touchdown. Parker Christensen on a reverse took it back. Ball will be on the near hash at the 20. 1st and 10. Sheridan. Boynt. Back in the pistol. Stretch it out to Christensen. Nope, that's not Christensen. That's Kuhn. Kuhn lowers his shoulder. Hits Dilly hard and is going to be pushed back. May give him the 23. Looks like Garrett Kuhn able to get 3 yards on a 1st down carry. It'll be 2nd down and 7 for Sheridan at their own 23 as we have 7 minutes to play in this first quarter. Boynt calling the play. He's got 2 wide receivers, and these 2 offenses kind of mirror each other in terms of how they line up. Man in motion, Jacobs towards the formation, towards the left side. Boynt waits the snap, right up the gut. Christensen's got a bit of a crease. Christensen cuts it back up at the 30, still on his feet, across the 40, brought down from behind at the 43-yard line. Off the pile is Tanner Bullock, but that's a big gain of 20 yards for Parker Christensen to give Sheridan a 1st down. Well, he's already had a 60-yard catch for a touchdown. He returned one 90 yards for a touchdown. He's looking for more here as the Bronx have it at their own 43-yard line. Three wide receivers to the left side. Man in motion. That is Tony Jacobs, and a flag flies. A couple of flags fly. And look like we have motion up front that will push the Bronx back 5 yards and get it behind the chains. So a false start on Sheridan. We'll push the ball back to the 38. First and 15 for the Bronx. Point. Directing traffic, Jacobs in motion, now reverses. Straight drop back and a flare one out. It is caught on the far side of the field by Ahrens. Cuts it back up midfield. Ahrens across the 45-yard line into Central territory. But a flag is down right around midfield. And this is in the situation where you have a hold or a block in the back possibly. So the gain is good for 17 yards. But we will see. Well, they're going to push it up. So it's a 17-yard pickup to Josh Ahrens. And tack on more, a 5-yard face mask on Central. So 17 yards on the pickup. Josh Ahrens. And it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line of Central. Bronx on the move halfway through this first quarter. Fly sweep to Jacobs. Jacobs gets around the edge, and he's going to be drugged down by Bullock for a gain of 1 to the 38-yard line. First time they've run Jacobs this year, and it's quickly to the line of scrimmage for Sheridan. Point in the shotgun with one back to his right. Movement. Central jumping into the neutral zone. Another penalty on the Indians will push the ball up 5 yards instead of 2nd and long. Sheridan's right where they want to be. It'll be 2nd down and 4. They'll move it up to the 33-yard line. 13-0 our score. Beautiful day here in Sheridan. Temperature in the mid-70s at kickoff. 72 degrees, actually. Point. Behind center, fake the handoff to Kuhn. Now he's got all day to throw. Here comes the pressure, and Boyd going to be thrown down. Oh, boy. Hayden George getting in there, but it looks like he grabbed the face mask. Loss back to the 37. A loss of 4, and now it's a personal foul on Central with a face mask. Already their 4th penalty of this first quarter. We've still got 5:02 left to play in the first quarter. Wow. So they'll mark that off from the 37. It was a sack. And it'll move it all the way to the 22, and that'll be a 1st down for the Bronx. Central just shooting itself in the foot right now. Penalties, drop passes. I mean, the clock will wind. Christensen and Kuhn in the backfield. 2 wide receivers to the right side. Boyd getting the play call from the sideline. It's good to see former Sheridan coach Don Julian here earlier. Got a chance to chat with him. Shotgun now for Boyd. Man in motion, Jacobs to the left. Going to fake the handoff. They're going to flare it out to Christensen. Stutter step. He breaks a tackle at the 20. Christensen cuts it back up to 15, 10. Christensen still on his feet. He's finally hit hard at the 5-yard line, but that'll be a big gain from the 22 down to the 4. 18-yard pass play to Christensen. And Parker Christensen is just doing everything. It'll be 1st and goal at the 4-yard line. for the Bronx. They'll start the clock, 4:20. Central, they need a turnover right here. Boynt on the far side of the field. Pistol formation. Jacobs in motion, right up the gut. That's Kuhn. Kuhn into the end zone for the touchdown. 4-yard touchdown run by Garrett Kuhn, his first of the season, and the Bronx up now 19-0 on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard with the extra point to come. Ugly early on here at Homer Scott Field for the Indians. Toby Jacobs on to kick the extra point. Good snap, hold down, kick is up, and that one is no good. A low liner, and with 4:03 left to play in this first quarter, it's now Sheridan 19, Central nothing on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard. We'll take a 30-second break. You're listening to the Prep Game of the Week here on KFBC. Welcome back, everybody, to Homer Scott Field. Another touchdown from Sheridan, a 4-yard run by Garrett Kuhn. They lead Central 19-0 now with 4:03 left to play in this first quarter on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard. Garrett Kuhn kicking from left to right. Back deep to receive is Nico Vite. Catches it at the 12-yard line across the 20, 25, 30. Vite head of steam, tripped up at the 35, lost the football. Sheridan says they have it, but it looks like Vite able to come up with it at the 36-yard line. It'll be Central football right there. So, again, mistakes by the Indians. Early score, East leading Kelly Walsh 7-0. Not that way here. Let's see if Central can get something going again offensively. Their drive stalled out in Sheridan territory. 1st and 10 Indians at their own 36. Man in motion is Vite, handed off, inside handoff, looks like Storbo got the handoff and fights his way forward to the 38, maybe even the 39. Gives Storbo 3 yards on his first down carry. Brady, the H-back, getting a carry. Trips to the right side, one receiver to the near side for Central. McCleary clears one out. Vite in the slot makes the grab across the 40 to the 43. Quick hitter for 4 yards to Nico Vite. His second grab. It'll be 3rd down for the Indians with 3 minutes to play here in this first quarter. 3rd down and 3 from their own 43-yard line. McCleary out of the pistol, and running back gets reset. Oh, no, and a timeout going to be called? What's going to happen here? Central calls a timeout. Kobe Goosen got out of his stance, able to get set back up before the official threw the flag. Central's going to get the timeout with 2:42 left to play in the first quarter, trailing Sheridan 19-0. We'll take a 30-second break. You're listening to the Prep Game of the Week here on KFBC. Welcome back, everybody, to Homer Scott Field. Keith Kelly with you. Sheridan leading Central 19-0 up on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard. Hope those of you watching on our YouTube page as well are enjoying the broadcast. Trying to stay up with everything, but sometimes you just kind of lose focus of what actually is going on. But it is 3rd down and 3 for the Indians. They need some good luck here. They've been able to move the ball their last couple drives. Got a 3rd and short here. McCleary with 2 wide receivers to the left side. Goosen right behind him. Straight up the gut. Nope, they're going to run a little screen play to Langley. He'll have the first down, cuts at midfield, and he's going to be dropped right there in Sheridan territory at the 49-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 6 yards on a quick hitter to Langley, an underneath screen. Nice play call. Ty Langley, his first grab of the night. 1st and 10, 2.5 to play here in the first. Ball at the Sheridan 49, clock winding. Storbo and Goosen in the backfield with McCleary. Andrew Johnson in the game, along with Nico Vite on the left side. Storbo now to the right of McCleary. Right up the gut, Goosen. Goosen has it across the 45, fighting his way forward to the 40-yard line. That'll be a gain of 8 yards for Kobe Goosen, his best carry of the night by far, or of the evening. And Central ready to go quick. Sheridan will try and get some subs in. 2nd down and 2 from the Bronx 41-yard line, nearing the end of the first quarter. 2 wide receivers to the left side. Again to Goosen. Goosen going to have to break a tackle, and he is going to be stood up. Wrapped up at first by Brendan Clem, and then finished off. That'll be a loss of a yard back to the 42 for Goosen, and bring up another 3rd and short, 3rd and 3 for the Indians at the Sheridan 42-yard line. 3 wide receivers to the left side. Johnson, Storbo, Vite. McCleary looking down the seam, and his receiver fell down. Vite, the official was going to throw a flag. It is picked off by Quinn Heineman, but the intended receiver just got drugged down. So this is going to be a pass interference call and give Central the football. Easy call for the official, as Heineman had the pick, but the official, and we'll talk about it here, but I think they're going to go pass interference. Yeah, pass interference on Sheridan, and Central will no doubt take that, as the ball will be moved up 15 yards from the 43 to the 28-yard line. So big break there for the Indians. Actually move it up to the 27-yard line, so they actually marked it from the 42. The official needs to turn his mic off because we can hear him. We can hear everything the official says right now. And they're telling the offensive line. I just heard the official talking to the offensive line. Hey, that's tripping. That's a penalty. Hey, to the offensive line. That was kind of funny. 2nd penalty on the Bronx. 1st and 10 from the 27 of Sheridan. McCleary out of the pistol. He's going to roll out to the right side. He's being pressured. Got a man open, tipped up in the air, and the coverage on Blaine Dilly. Ryan Sessions with the coverage, blanketing Dilly over there on the far side of the field, but pressure. The ref needs to turn his mic off. 2nd down, 10 from the 27. A minute 4 left to play here in the first. 19-0. Sheridan leading the Indians. 2nd straight drive Central's been in Sheridan territory. Langley and Vite to the left side. Goosen takes the handoff, and he is met and stood up at the 25-yard line. Camden MacArthur just drilled him. Gain of a yard for Goosen. Just short of the 25-yard line. Clock under a minute. Third and 9 at the 26 of Sheridan. Storbo, Vitae, Langley, left side. One receiver out to the right, that's Dilly. Single back behind McCleary. He's got time to throw. Nobody open. McCleary now going to force it out to the right side. McCleary going to tuck it under and run. He's forced out of bounds at the 24. So just 2 yards for McCleary. Garrett Kuhn forces him out. And it'll be 4th down for the Indians. 4th and 7 as the clock stops with 27.3 seconds to play in the quarter. That would be the first quarter. Central looks like they're going to go for it, and indeed they will on 4th and 7. And it looks like Mike Apodaca and the Indians want to take another timeout with 27.3 seconds to play in the first quarter. 19-0 Sheridan lead on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard. We'll take a 30-second break. You're listening to high school football here on KFBC.
For over 50 years, family owned and operated. We're also proud of the area for patients and their families. Cheyenne, Blair, Hanford, and here in Nebraska. Find out more by visiting oil.com or call 307.
Welcome back, everybody, to Homer Scott Field in Sheridan. Central trailing Sheridan 19-0 late here in the first quarter, facing a 4th and 7. Burns leading Wright 26-0. That game in the first quarter. Up in Wright. East still leading Kelly Walsh 7-zip. 4th and 7 from the Sheridan 24. Man in motion. That is Vitae to the left side. Snap to McCleary. McCleary looking into the end zone, underthrows it to Vitae, and it is going to be picked off. Picked off down at the 1-yard line. Going up to make the pick, I believe, was Quinn Heineman. It's not the worst situation for the Indians. It pins Sheridan back deep. If he drops it, you have 1st and 10 up at the 24. Now you're pinned back deep at your own 1-yard line, but Sheridan really yet to be stopped. And they have 20.5 seconds to play in this first quarter, leading 19-0. And the Broncs are going to take a timeout. 20.5 to play here in this first quarter. Sheridan has it 1st and 10 from their own 1. We'll take a 30-second break. You're listening to high school football here on KFBC. So it is a 1st and 10 for the Broncs at their own 1-yard line as we get back to action here. Shotgun for Boynt. Give is off to the right side. Is that Kuhn or Heineman? Heineman taking the handoff from the 1 up to near the 8-yard line. So 7 yards for Quinn Heineman on his first carry to get out of trouble. And that'll be the final play of this first quarter. We are through 1 quarter of play here in Sheridan at Homer Scott Field. 19-0. Bronx lead the Indians on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard. We will take a 60-second break. You're listening to high school football here on KFBC. Welcome back, everybody, to Homer Scott Field. Keith Kelly here with you as we get back to action with Central trailing Sheridan 19-0. It'll be 2nd down and 3 for the Bronx as we start the second quarter. Ball at the 7-yard line. Man in motion for Sheridan. And the ball is loose, and the Bronx look like they come up with it. Who is that? Boynt back at the 2. Able to come up with the football, but he loses 6 yards. Does Boynt. And it'll be 3rd down and 9 for the Bronx back at the 2-yard line. First play of the second quarter not going well for Sheridan. Shotgun for Boynt. Trips to the near side. They're going to roll Boynt out. He's got all day to throw. He got a man open. It is caught by Jacobs, and he is going to fight his way forward for the first down at the 12. Needed 9, got 10. A good look by Boynt to Toby Jacobs, and a first down for Sheridan. Central had what they wanted, needed to get a stop, but Toby Jacobs right there. First and 10, Sheridan from their own 12. Central tried to make the Bronx drive the length of the field here. 2 wide receivers, now one in motion, that is Jacobs from left to right. Stretch play out to Christensen. Christensen has the edge, cuts it back up 25, breaks it outside to the 30. Christensen on his horse. Christensen at the 40, midfield, cuts it back up. Christensen breaking tackles, he's at the 30. Christensen finally brought down inside the 20-yard line at the 19. Parker Christensen again doing what Parker Christensen does. That is a huge gain from their own 12 to the Central 19. 69 yards for Parker Christensen.
That's a big Sheridan throw.
And it'll be 1st and 10. I mean, every time he touches the ball, he's got a chance to make something happen. And that's exactly what he did. 1st and 10 at the Indians' 19. It's like Heineman behind Boynt. 2 wide receivers off to that right side. Stretch play, give it to Heineman. Heineman cuts it back up. Flag down. Gain of a couple for Quinn Heineman. Flag back at the 22-yard line. Officials talking things over. Gain of 3 and a procedure penalty on Sheridan will push them back. So instead of a 3-yard gain, it'll be a 5-yard penalty, I believe, that the Indians will accept. Legal formation. 1st and 10, back at the 24-yard line. Boynt has it for the Bronx. 1st and 10. Jacobs in motion. Boynt looks to pass. Layers one out. It's caught by Ahrens at the 25. Gets a block. Breaks a tackle. Forced out of bounds at the 15. A gain of 9 yards to Josh Ahrens, his second grab of the night. Jacob Boynt is 5 of 5 for 114 yards right now and a touchdown. So 2nd down and 6 at the 15. Clock stopped, 9:54 to play, 2nd quarter. Boynt with Heineman in the backfield. 3 wide receivers to the right side. Christensen nearest to the formation with those trips. Heineman takes the handoff. He's got a bit of a crease. He is going to be finished off at the 10 as Quinn Heineman picks up 5 yards to the 10-yard line. And it will be 3rd and short, 3rd and a yard for Sheridan at the Central 10. Heineman, Wildcat with the diamond formation, the inverted wishbone there, but Heineman's going to take it himself. He'll have the 1st down as he gets up close to the 5. 4-yard pickup for Quinn Heineman. It'll be 1st and goal for the Bronx. This is makings of a 99-yard drive here. Of course, 69 yards of that by Parker Christensen. Clock will start and wind with 9:15 left to go in the 2nd quarter. Sheridan on the move. 1st and goal at the 6. Garrett Kuhn, Quinn Heineman in the backfield with Boynt. 2 wide to the left side, 1 to the right. I mean, at this point, you can give it to Parker Christensen every play, and he'd maybe score a touchdown. Kuhn takes the handoff. A yard to the 4. That is a couple yards to the 4, excuse me. As he crosses the 5-yard line, Garrett Kuhn, his 3rd carry of the evening. This is how it goes for Sheridan rushing. Parker Christensen, 3 carries, 93 yards. Garrett Kuhn, 3 for 9. Quinn Heineman, 3 for 16. 2nd and goal at the 4 for the Bronx. Boynt, again with Heineman and Kuhn back there with him. Aaron split out to the left, 2 receivers to the right, man in motion. Jacobs now reverses back to the right. This time they're going to run a handoff, a reverse as Kuhn hands it back off to Heineman. Heineman looking for a block, and he's going to be into the end zone for a touchdown, and Nico Vite gets hurt as he's blocked. He's going to stay out there, but Quinn Heineman on the reverse scores the touchdown, his 1st rushing touchdown of the year, and it is now 25-0. Bronx with the lead up on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard. With the extra point to come for Sheridan. On to kick the extra point, the hold by Boynt. Toby Jacobs with that left foot, ready to kick one through. And movement, flags, all kinds of stuff going on right now. And Sheridan will back up 5 yards, so their 4th penalty here in the 1st half. 99-yard drive by the Bronx right there. So push it back 5 yards for the extra point. He's missed his last 2. This kick up, and that one looks good. And with 8:07 to play here in this 2nd quarter, is now Sheridan 26, Central nothing on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard. We'll take a 30-second break. You're listening to high school football, the prep game of the week here on KFBC. So Sheridan goes on a 99-yard drive, and they lead Central now 26-0 as Quinn Heineman takes the reverse 4 yards into the end zone for a score. East leading Kelly Walsh 7-0. Thunder Basin up on South 14-0 in the second quarter. Laramie leading Rock Springs 7-0. The kickoff is going to go into the end zone for a touchback. It'll be 1st and 10 Indians at their own 20-yard line, trailing 26-0. They had an opportunity to possibly get a turnover around the Sheridan 5-yard line, but unable to jump on the loose ball. Central, their last 2 possessions, they've gone down the field and moved the football. Just very inconsistent. They're going to work out of the pistol again with Storbo to the left of McCleary in the backfield. Pitch it out to Goosen. Goosen trying to get to the edge, and he is going to be upended by Ryan Sessions right at the 20-yard line. May have lost a yard, did Kobe Goosen. Back to the 19. As it'll be 2nd down and 11 for the Indians. At their own 19, McCleary with Storbo again to his left. 2 wide receivers to the right side, 1 to the left. Storbo shifting, give it to Goosen up the gut. Goosen hit at the 20-yard line. He gets that yard back, but it's going to be 3rd and 10 for the Indians. Eli Johnston getting in there with the stop. 3rd and 10, Central at their own 20. Scoreboard has 25-0. It is 26-0. They forgot to tack on that extra point. Shotgun, low snap, McCleary picks it up, got a man open, that's Dilly. Dilly got to make a man miss, and will get the 1st down as he gets right up at the 31-yard line. That was all Blaine Dilly, 11-yard grab. Nice play by McCleary as Blaine Dilly makes his first catch of the night, has his first reception, and is a 1st down for the Indians at their own 31. So again, Central converting, 3rd down. They'll bring 3 wide receivers to the right side. Ty Langley, the lone receiver, out on the left side. Goosen behind McCleary, and no blocking whatsoever as Goosen going to get stopped for a loss. In there with the tackle is Eli Johnston again. That'll be a loss back to the 28 of 3 yards. And this experienced offensive line having all kinds of trouble running the football right now. Midway through this second quarter, Indians still looking for its first points of the season after being blanked last week by Thunder Basin. 2nd and 13. McCleary dropping back to pass. A little slant is right through the hands of Blaine Dilly. Parker Christensen was right there to lower the boom, but that's got to be caught. 3rd and 13 for Central as the clock stopped with 6:01 left to play until halftime. Good crowd on hand, and heck, good crowd from Cheyenne making the trip as well. Central facing a 3rd and 13. Bronx have got 5 guys up along the line. They look to bring some pressure, 2 wide to each side. And Mike Apodaca going to call another timeout with 6:01 to play here in this second quarter. Sheridan 26, Central nothing on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard. You're listening to the Prep Game of the Week here on KFBC. Back here to Homer Scott Field. Keith Kelly with you. 26-0 our score midway through the first half, or excuse me, the second quarter. 6 minutes, 1 second to halftime. Central facing a 3rd and 13. They're out of timeouts now here in the first half. Twin receivers to both sides of the field. Ball right in the middle. Fake the handoff. They're going to flare one out to Vite. Vite's got to make a man miss and can't do it. He gets up to the 35, a gain of 7 on 3rd and 13. And it'll be a punting situation for the Indians. Vite makes his 3rd grab of the night. Ryan Sessions with the stop. It'll be 4th down and 6 for Central. Back deep to receive for Sheridan. Toby Jacobs. Nico Vite on to punt the football away. Had a good punt his last one. McCleary punted one in the second punt. He's got time to kick it, and it'll be end over end. Fair caught by Jacobs at the 38, 39 yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 Bronx right there with 5:46 to play here into the second quarter, and Sheridan up big on Central. It is 26-0 on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard. (7-7) over at Oakey Blanchard Stadium. East and Kelly Walsh locked up in a good one. The 3rd-ranked Thunderbirds, the 5th-ranked Trojans. Burns whooping it up on right, 33-0. Nice evening here at Homer Scott Field. 1st and 10 Bronx at their own 38. They have yet to be stopped. Parker Christensen behind Boynt, man in motion. That is Alakulov. Christensen takes it right side, cuts it back up. Boy, he is just hard to bring down as he crosses the 45 up near midfield at the 49 yard line. 11 yards for Parker Christensen. He makes it look effortless. 1st and 10 at their own 49 yard line for the Bronx as they just continue to march down the field. Just, I mean, methodically big plays. 2 backs with Boynt in an offset eye. 2 receivers to the left side. Alakulov in motion again. Fake the handoff. They're going to roll Boynt out. Got a man open from the backfield, and that is Heineman. Heineman makes the grab in Central territory to the 42 of the Indians. Gain of 9 to Heineman. Hayden George with the stop. Heineman, again, one of those receivers, running backs that does a little bit of everything for Sheridan. It'll be 2nd down and a yard. 2 backs with Boynt, Alakulov in motion. This time Kuhn's going to take it off the left side, stretching it out, cuts it back up the 40. Kuhn at the 35, down to the 30-yard line. They'll mark him down at the 29 officially. That'll be a gain from the 42 to the 29 of 13 yards for Garrett Kuhn. Blaine Dilly makes the stop. Clock stops with 4:38 to go here until halftime. Sheridan looking to add another score. Boynt in the shotgun. Heineman to his right. The double cadence as Boynt shields his eyes looking to the sideline. Again, early kickoff at 6 p.m. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see the sun still has a good grip on the field. Shadows are starting to lengthen. Boynt over the middle. It is caught. Ahrens at the 20, 15. Cuts it back up at the 10. Ahrens to the 5. Stays on his feet inside the 5. Down to the 3-yard line. That'll be a gain of 26 yards to Josh Ahrens, doubling his total for the night, and a first down. And Boynt still hasn't thrown an incomplete pass. Unofficially 7 of 7. 1st and goal Bronx. Clock winding, 4 minutes to go. Second quarter. 1st and goal from the 3. Heineman, Wildcat formation. Kuhn and Christensen back there. Give it to Kuhn, flip it back to Boynt. Boynt looking to throw. He's got a man open into the end zone. That's a touchdown. That Trent Taylor into the end zone for the score on a little razzle-dazzle to make it 32-0 on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard. Wow. Trent Taylor, his first touchdown reception of the season, makes it 32-0, Bronx on top. And the extra point to come. Toby Jacobs, good snap, kick is up, and it is good. And with 3:45 to play in the second quarter is now Sheridan 33, Central nothing on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard. We'll take a 30-second break. You're listening to the Prep Game of the Week here on KFBC. Welcome back, everybody, to Homer Scott Field. It is all Bronx, the top-ranked team in the state, leading Central 33-0 at the half. And Indians' defense just has been unable to slow down this Sheridan offense. Central has moved the ball. It's been very inconsistent, as Garrett Kuhn will be kicking from right to left. Nico Vite back deep to receive. It'll be a line drive taken by one of the upbacks around the 30-yard line. That is Carter Labatos across the 35 up near the 40. So Central will have pretty good field position here. This is 97.5 FM and AM 1240 KFBC, Cheyenne, Wyoming. Keith Kelly here with you. 7 o'clock here in the Rocky Mountain West. It is all Central, or excuse me, all Sheridan leading Central 33-0. 14-7, East leading Kelly Walsh now in the second quarter. Here come the Indians, trying to get something on the board before halftime. Get a little momentum headed their way. Johnson to the right side, two receivers to the left. Goosen behind McCleary, the lone running back. And too much time, yep, delay of game. Another penalty on the Indians. That's their first here in the second quarter. Last week it was a tough time running the football against Thunder Basin. They did throw it for 125 yards, which in week 1 of the season is 4th in 4A. 1st and 15 now. Moving back 5 to the 34-yard line. Fake the handoff. They're going to roll McCleary out, being chased. McCleary got a man open, but he threw it low to Vite, who makes the grab right at the 40. Gain of 6. Vite couldn't hang on his feet. 4th grab of the night for Vite. It'll be 2nd down and 9 for the Indians. Ball right at their own 40. Two wide receivers to the right for McCleary. Give it right up the gut to Goosen. Goosen, did he lose the football? He did. Goosen lost it, and Sheridan says they've got it. And it is Sheridan football. So Goosen as Sherman Husted with the fumble recovery. Second turnover for the Indians after a couple yards from Kobe Goosen, and turn the ball over right back to Sheridan. And they've got 3 minutes to work with right before halftime. Sheridan, 8 passes, well, 14 plays is what they've run. Check that, 14 runs. 22 plays is what they've run to get 33 points. Boynt's gonna roll out quickly. Near side, almost picked off. That was Jackson Thomas nearly picking that one off, and that is the first incomplete pass for Jacob Boynt. May as well bench him at this point, right? I mean, who can tolerate that? Clock stops, 2:55 remaining here in the second quarter. Folks, might be a long season for the Indians, but got to give Mike Apodaca some time, definitely. Obviously, he's second game in, but he's a proven winner. He knows what it takes to win at Central. Handed off right up the gut to Kuhn. Kuhn slips through the defense and able to get up to the 35. There's a 7-yard gain for Garrett Kuhn. Bring up 3rd and 3 for Sheridan at the 35-yard line. Heineman, the lone running back, with Boynt, who gets the play call to the offensive line. 2 receivers to each side of the formation. Boynt, give it to Heineman. Nope, Boynt's going to keep it himself, try to get to the edge. Boynt's going to have the first down on forced out of bounds at the 25-yard line. So that is a pickup of 10 yards for Jacob Boynt on the keeper. And a first down for Sheridan. Clock stops, 2:08 to play in this second quarter, and Sheridan up big, 33-0. Kuhn, the running back. 2 wide to each side. Boynt hands it off to Kuhn, right up the gut. Kuhn pushing the pile forward. It's going to be stood up as he gains 3, maybe 4, up to the 21. See where the officials will officially mark this down at. 3 yards to the 22 for Garrett Kuhn. Under 2 minutes to go until the first half ends. 1.5 minutes, 33-0 Sheridan. 2nd and 7 at the 22 Central. And in motion, they're going to run the fly sweep to Ali Kulov, trying to get to the edge. He does, breaks a tackle, going to be finally brought down. Hayden George tripped him up. Finished off by Tanner Martin. A gain of 2 for Beknazar Alikulov, but a flag is down, and that'll be a block in the back on the Bronx. I'm glad I got a pronunciation for Beknazar Alikulov. Although if you look at the spelling, it's exactly how it sounds. Talking it over with the Central defense on what they want to do. It would be 3rd and 5 at the 20. You got to take the penalty and push them way back. So the penalty will be marked off from the 24 to the 34, a 10-yard penalty on the block in the back. It'll be 2nd down. Sheridan calling a timeout with 1:16 to play until halftime, leading 33-0 on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard. We'll take a 30-second timeout as well. You're listening to the Prep Game of the Week here on KFBC. Back here in Sheridan at Homer Scott Field, and it has been all top-ranked Bronx as they lead Central 33-0. nearing half. Burns up on right, 39-0 late in the second quarter. Laramie beating Rock Springs. It's 21-6 late in the second quarter. We'll get you up to date with all the scores from around the state of Wyoming. Second down at the 34 of Central. Second down and 19 for Sheridan. Kuhn to the right of Boynt, trips out to that wide side of the field. They're going to roll Boynt out there. He's being pressured from the backside. Got time to throw. Throws against his body. He completes it at the 20-yard line. Drop there. That's Toby Jacobs. A gain of 14 on a sharp pass from Boynt to Jacobs. His second catch of the night. Nico Vite with the stop. We are under a minute to play in this first half. It is 3rd and 4 at the 19 for Sheridan. 3 wide receivers to that short side of the field. Kuhn to the right of Boynt. 1 receiver to the near side. Boynt pass over the middle. It is caught. Christensen inside the 15, down to the 14. He will have the first down. Parker Christensen, his 3rd grab of the night. 5 yards and a first down. Clock will stop with 40.4 seconds to go. Sheridan has, well, they say everybody has 3 timeouts left, but I think they've got 1 timeout left. 1st and 10 at the 14 of Central. Boynt with a man in motion. Alakulov reverses his field. Fake the handoff. Boynt being pressured. Flushed out of the pocket to the near side. Boynt going to stretch it out to the outside. Now cuts it back inside the 10. Brought down at the 5-yard line is Boynt. And a timeout going to be called by Sheridan with 19.6 seconds to play. That is a gain of from the 14 up to the 5 of 9 yards for Boynt. We'll take a 30-second break. You're listening to the Prep Game of the Week here on KFBC.
Hi, I'm Ann Nelson.
Well, it'll be second down and a yard for Sheridan at the 5-yard line. They don't have any timeouts left. They're leading Central 33-0 up on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard. 19.6 seconds to play until halftime for Sheridan. Parker Christensen is in the game. He is in the backfield. Evan Kuhn at a H-back or tight end spot. Jacobs in motion. Boynt hands it off right up the gut to Christensen. That's an easy touchdown for Parker Christensen from 5 yards out for the score. And that is his 3rd touchdown of the night, his first on the ground, and it is now 39-0. Sheridan with the lead on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard. Extra point to come for the Broncs. Jacobs, the hold. Low snap, kick is up, and it is good. And with 15.5 seconds to play in this first half, it is Sheridan 40, Central nothing on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard. We will take a 30-second break. You're listening to the Prep Game of the Week here on KFBC. Welcome back, everybody, to Homer Scott Field. Keith Kelly here with you. Sheridan leading Central 40-0 after the 5-yard run by Parker Christensen. That kickoff taken by Vitae at the 5. Vitae up at the 20, tries to bounce it out to the outside. He is going to be brought down at the 26 with 8.3 seconds to play in the first half. Folks, if you are watching on our YouTube page, KFBC Sports, or on Periscope, we will stop the stream at halftime, and we will come back with the start of the second half. So check back around, 15, 20 minutes, and we will have the video stream come back up. 8.3 seconds left until halftime, and Central just scratching their heads right now. How do we get a stop? Dawson McCleary out there. Nate Lundberg and Kobe Goosen in the backfield. Give it to Goosen. Goosen stood up as he gained a yard to the 27. And it has been tough going for Kobe Goosen here in the first half. And that is the final play of this first half as it has come to an end. Central trailing Sheridan at the break. It is 40-0 on the Terralato Center scoreboard. We will take a timeout and come back with the first half, the halftime show after this. You're listening to high school football, the prep game of the week here on KFBC.